Hello, welcome back again to Montana John's Outdoor Adventures. I'm all about guns and gun safety here in Montana. So remember, like my videos, subscribe, and click that notification. So while you're starting to like that, my videos and subscribe and click the notifications, I'm going to tell you what Montana John's is about. Montana John's Outdoor Adventures. I give you a t-shirt when you take an adventure out here. I take people shooting guns, AR-9s, pistol, rifle, Kel-Tec Sub 2000, the Glock 17 handgun, and the VR-60 or the AR-12 gauge shotgun. I supply the eyewear, headphones, and I supply the ammunition, the transportation, drinks, and everything you can need. You don't need anything. Just show up. You have to have closed-toe shoes and pants and come out and shoot some guns. You'll have a blast. Metal targets, you get to shoot them. They have metal reactive targets. A lot of fun. And you never know, you might see Bigfoot out here. Well, today I'm here to, did you guys like and subscribe and click the notification? Don't forget that. Today I'm going to teach you how to take apart the Ruger 10/22 and put it back together. So I wear rubber gloves. I keep a nice set of rubber gloves here. They're a little thick, and I don't like getting that lead all over my fingers. So I'm going to put these on. I already have one on. So I don't want to get lead into my body because it doesn't come out. Once that lead's in there, it's in forever. So the first thing you need is a screwdriver, and use a gun screwdriver. Because if you use any other screwdriver, it will mar and deface your screws. This screwdriver right here, they have attachable and detachable sockets. So you just put a regular screwdriver in there. And what happens is this stays fat all the way down for a ways, and then it tapers out. And it stays fat, so when you go to take a screw out of your gun, it fits in there nice and snug. It does not fit in there and hit the outer edge. Let's use this one here. Let's use this cloth here, and then what I'm going to do is put this in, and it's funny because I usually do it a different way, but there, I broke it free. Once you break it free, then you're not going to hurt your gun or damage it now. You just, and the reason I put that cloth over the screw head is so I don't mar, deface, or scratch or cut or anything, and it stays pretty good. So after you take that, oh, I should tell you, I'm doing some things that are wrong here. First of all, what should I do first? I got ahead of myself. Open the action. It's empty. The action is empty. Take out the magazine. Okay, I got way ahead of myself on this video. That's not very good. Magazine is empty. You want to leave this gun with the safety on and do not fire it. You want to leave tension on the firing pin, because if you don't leave tension on the firing pin, when you take it apart, a spring can pop out and you could lose it. So after I take this screw all the way out, the bottom screw, you want to take a bottom screw out, and it stays locked in there. There's like a little washer, special washer that locks the screw in place so it can't fall out. So you lift, you got to take the safety and put it in the middle position. Lift up. Put the stock out away from you. When you slide that off, you're going to have to slide your safety into the middle position in order for it to fit out of the stock. So now, let's put the safety back on to the firing position, or to safe position so it won't fire, because you don't want to fire this gun. You're going to want to drop this back pin out. This big fat pin, this roll pin, stops the bolt from coming all the way back when you're shooting it. That's what it hits against. And I like to keep like a little thin Allen key. You want to push, there's 2 pins. It's dark out here. We're supposed to get snow in Montana tonight or tomorrow. 1 to 3 inches, and, or no, 1 to 9 inches in town, and could get over 3 feet of snow up in the mountains. So you lift out the trigger assembly, and you can lay it off to the side, and I'll show you how that pin comes, or that spring comes out. So then what you'll do is you'll slide this back, lift up on the bolt, or lift up on the bolt group right here, and it comes right out. It's going to be tricky putting it back together. So now what you're going to do is you pull this back, or pull this to you, and slide it out. This comes off the bar. This has a spring on it. And what I'm doing is I'm going to teach you how to clean it and put it back together. I pretty much cleaned this gun already. I like taking a paper towel, laying it down, and then you could spray your bolt group. Just hit it with a little bit of oil. I already did this once, but mosquito. It's funny, mosquitoes are coming out. We're supposed to get snow tonight and tomorrow. I don't even know what today's date is. The 26th, I believe, of September. It's supposed to snow. Oh, I got them. Dead mosquito. So we want to do is you want to focus on cleaning this bolt group really nice, and also you could spray, give it a little shot down in there, and clean up all in here. You want to clean all this, the bullet extractor. So actually it doesn't extract the bullet. The bullet extractor is right here. So when it comes out, it hits that and flings it backwards. So clean all that really good. I'm just doing a quick little video on how to take the Ruger 1022 apart, clean it, and put it back together. What I'll do is I'll put a 22 brush on and run it down the rod. We'll do that next. I clean all this. That's all nice and clean. Now this here, if you take it off, the safety off, put your finger on the hammer, pull the trigger, and you pull the trigger, and you see that comes up. That's your hammer that hits the firing pin. That hammer right there will hit the back of your firing pin right here, and the firing pin goes all the way down to the front. So the firing pin's about 4.5 inches long. So that's all clean, and then you could spray this out as well. And if you do pull the trigger and you lose that spring, you just drop it back in the hole, lock it, it's grooved, and put it back in your hammer, and then pull back on the hammer and lock it in place, put the safety on. I could take the whole thing apart, but I'm not going to do that right now. And you want to make sure that you have this in its slot and groove before you put it back together. So you want to wipe all this down nice and clean. So I already cleaned this, and you want to spray this whole trigger group down, like this whole trigger assembly. Spray it all out, clean it real good, wipe it down, shake it out. Keep it cocked back so you don't lose that spring. I take the whole thing apart with ease, but you don't have to. There's no reason to. So if you don't know how to, if you're pretty mechanically inclined, so if you're mechanically inclined, go ahead and take it apart. If you don't know how to, if you're not that mechanically inclined, leave it together. But set that to the side. We'll set this to the side. Wipe all your roll pins down. So there's 2 skinny ones and 1 fat one. And then you could wipe this spring down that's on this long rod. And this rod, the bolt actually slides alongside of it. So, and you can wipe the charging handle down and lay that down. And then if you want, you could put a, what I do is before I clean up inside, before you clean inside here in the chamber area and the receiver housing, everything, clean that last because it's going to get dirty. So you would want to put at this time, I'd put a wire brush like this on the rod, obviously, and I like using this Hoppy's number 9. This Hoppy's number 9, I buy the one, it says copper remover board gun cleaner. And everything has copper in it, or jacketed, so not everything, but a lot of stuff is copper. So that really takes the copper deposits right off and off the barrel and cleans the barrel really nice. So you run that brush through it a few times. Then when you're done, you're going to want to run a nice clean patch through it. And then after you're done doing that, you're going to want to clean out all in here. Clean this all nice and clean, get it all cleaned out. And I use dark one for dirty. So I would be using a dirty one like this to get all the dirt, because I use old t-shirts. And I didn't want to bore you with too long of a video, so I just figured I'd do the quick rundown on how to clean it. So I use old t-shirts. I use the dark part of the t-shirt for dirt. And I use the white part or the clear part for for clean. So clean, dirty, D for dirty. And then I have a nice silicone cloth that I wipe it down with. So pretty much this gun's clean. So what I'm going to do is spray this patch down with a little oil. I'm all about keeping my gun barrel internally rust-free because this is a blued gun. So why not keep oil on the whole barrel and it will never rust. So you could store this gun for years like this now and it's going to stay clean. So hold on one second, I can grab something here. Oh. So what you'll do is wipe it a couple times or run it down through the barrel a couple times. There you go. And it's getting nice and clean, wet in there. So what I'll do is I'll inspect this. The barrel's free and clear of everything, obviously, because we just ran a brush through it and a rod through it and a patch. So I was like wiping this rod off. Now this gun is ready to be put back together. So when you put it back together, I'll set it with the receiver facing up, and you're going to want to put the, so this charging handle goes right on top of the bolt group assembly like this, and it'll sit in your gun actually this way like this. I had it backwards, some of you, for a left-handed person. So that's how it's going to fit. So what you want to do is put this on, drop this in here, and there's a little, when you put it in, there's a little hole back here. Right here is a little hole where this pin, this bar or rod goes into with a spring on it, and it sets in it. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take this charging handle, it's out a little bit, you don't have it all the way in, and you pull back on it. So we're going to pull the charging handle all the way back. Now it's all the way back as far as you can go. You can't go any further. You take the bolt and you drop it in. Sometimes it's tricky and sometimes it's not. And you let it go. Now it's in. If I pull this all the way back, it'll come out because this rod right here, or this roll pin, stops the bolt group from coming all the way back. So you got to put this, let's see, right here. So you put that roll pin in there. Now when you pull back, see, it hits that roll pin and it can't come apart on you. So now we're going to put the trigger assembly in. So you drop the trigger assembly in. So the trigger assembly gets dropped in, right? And where's the roll pins go? Right there and there. Okay, so it just drops in right there. Nice. And then you drop a roll pin in. Oh, my gloves on, I can't knock that roll pin out. I picked up a little too far. So, drop it in. Okay, that one's in. And it's kind of tricky because you want to keep this on the upwards position like this. You don't want to lay it on its side. If you lay it on its side like this, the roll pins could fall out. So this, all three roll pins are flush. Okay? Real simple to take apart and put back together once you do a few of them. And make sure you don't put your sling over the wrong side of the stock. I don't think it would matter. Oh, we got to take the firing or the safety and put it in the middle like that in order for it to squeeze past it properly. Okay, there. So I'm not going to use a towel or any cloth on my regular screwdriver yet. Not until I get it locked down. When I'm ready to snug it up tight, then I'll do that. Okay, there you go. So now we're going to make this tight. So what I'll do is, this is how I normally do it. I put the screwdriver or cloth over the screwdriver. After you put it over the screwdriver, then you put it in to the screw hole, obviously, and just tighten it up. The sling is in the way. I should have popped it off. I have a quick detach sling. So I recommend a quick detach sling. So this gun is ready to be stored now, or shot and fired. It's all clean, nice, but I like to take the barrel and give it a nice coating. I'm going to use this towel or this rag first, and then I'll wipe my scope down. This gun is really clean already. It's not very dirty at all. And then I'll use the silicone cloth. Let's get the silicone cloth all done, wiped down. And this doesn't leave any like lint or anything on, any fibers. It just makes the gun really nice and sleek. So, and that's how easy it is to take the Ruger 1022 apart and put it back together. And one thing you should always remember to do when you're done, put this lid on. I've spilled this countless times. And see, look how nice and clean my hands are. So that is how you properly take the Ruger 1022 apart and put it back together. Now, this gun here, you never put your finger on the trigger. This gun, if you're going to store this gun, you want to open up the action. There's nothing in the chamber, it's clear. And now you're going to take the safety off, point in a safe direction, and you're going to dry fire it. Now, this gun should be stored like this. And the reason you want it stored like this is with the firing pin down in a relaxed position. This is how you should store the gun now. So, all your guns you should have in a relaxed position. So, again, I would like to ask you to like my video and subscribe and click the notification bell there. And remember, if you want to buy a gun, just go buy it. Even if you're married to a man or woman, whoever it is, your significant other, just go buy a gun because you're not allowed to return them. So you can't return ammunition and you can't return guns unless it's a manufacturer defect. You'll have to send it to the warranted. But that's why I tell everybody, go buy a gun if you want one. So this gun is ready to go out and be used to go plink away and shoot. So again, Montana John's Outdoor Adventures. This is the Ruger 1022. Like my video, subscribe, click the notification bell, and ask me any questions you want. I love comments. I like questions. And I've been around guns for almost 50 years. And if you come to Montana, I'll take you out shooting. If you want to sign up on my Montana John's Outdoor Adventures, I'll take you out. If you sign up and go shooting, you get one of these cool videos. You get drinks, transportation, headphones, eyewear. What else? 200 rounds. You get metal targets, metal reactive targets. It's all hands-on, really educational. You learn how to fire really cool weapons, and you'll have a blast out there. And you might even see Bigfoot out there. You never know. Bigfoot, he's running around Montana, and I think we might have to go looking for him one day and see if we can get him on video, because I'm sure we can do that. So I want to thank you for watching this video. Like, subscribe, click the bell for notifications, and comment. Remember, comment, make comments. I want to know what you're thinking, and I'm going to be doing a lot of educational videos, so don't miss out. You might be missing out, and these gloves are coming off so I can shut my video off, and you guys have a great day. God bless America. Thank you.